Today's math strategy video is on understanding multiplication. So our first strategy that we're going to look at is using an array. And you probably had a really good introduction to arrays in third grade. So we're just going to talk about a refresher with these. So we have an example problem here, and it says, Chad read books at the library each week for 6 weeks. He read 3 books each week. Mia read books at the library each week for 3 weeks. She read 6 books each week. Who read more books at the library, Chad or Mia? So down here we have 2 different arrays. So we have one for Chad here and then one for Mia. So let's look at Chad's first. So if we go back to our story problem, it said that he read books at the library each week for 6 weeks. So right here would be our week. So we have week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and week 6. It says he read 3 books each week. So this first week he read 3, and then, the next week 3, another 3, and so on for the 4th week, the 5th week, and the 6th week. So when we look at this, we've got a multiplication problem of 6 times 3. Now, I already know my multiplication facts, so I know that when I do 6 times 3, I'm going to get 18. But I can check this on my array here, and I can check it by counting each one, or I can count by 3. So I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So now let's look at Mia's and let's see, maybe did Chad read more, or what about Mia? So it says that she read 6 books each week. Okay, for 3 weeks. So these are Mia's weeks. Week 1, week 2, week 3. And so Mia read these 6 books the first week. She read these 6 books the next week. And then these 6 books on the 3rd week. Now, I can also see that this makes a multiplication problem, and it's 3 times 6. Now, if you notice, these 2 problems are in fact family together, are 6 times 3 and 3 times 6, and they will give me the exact same thing. I have 18. I can also count by 6s here, just like I did with Chad's books. So here I have 6, 12, 18. So they actually read the exact same amount of books. It just looks different because the array is assembled in a different manner. What if I wanted to read 18 books, but I wanted to do it in 2 weeks? So I'd have week 1 and then week 2. How many would I have to read in each of these for each week in order to read the exact same amount as Chad and Mia? I'll give you a second to think about that. So if I wanted to read the exact same amount of books, I would have to read 9 books. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'm going to read the exact same amount of books on the 2nd week. I know this because 9 plus 9 is 18, and this also is another multiplication problem. 2 times 9 is 18. So hopefully you can see that using an array is a really good strategy because it will help you with lots of different multiplication facts, depending on how many multiples or how many factors the number has. So for here, we can arrange this in 3 different ways. If we wanted to, we could also, if we had 1 week, someone could read all 18 of the books, so on, all in 1 week. That'd be a lot of books to read, but you could do that, and you would still get the same thing, so that would be 1 times 18 is 18. Now let's look at a different strategy. So for this problem, we're looking at multiplication as a comparison. And we're going to be looking at a bar model. And this is really important because the next couple of lessons are going to be dealing with bar models. And so we want to make sure that you know how to use them. Now, you probably used them in previous grades when you were adding or maybe subtracting. So we're going to be using them for multiplication and division a little later on. So our example problem here says Amy has 3 green grapes in her bowl. She has 7 times as many red grapes as green grapes. Draw a model to show the number of red grapes Amy has and show your work. So right here, she has 3 green grapes in her bowl. So I'm going to put this, so this is going to be the 3 green grapes. Okay, and then it says that she has 7 times as many red grapes. Now, down here, I'm going to use this to model those 7 times as many red grapes. But I'm not going to put 7 in each of these because I want 7 times as many as the green. So the green is 3, then I need to have 7 sets of 3. And this will be the red grapes. So when I look at this, I can do 3 times 7, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups of 3, and those are my red grapes. And this gives me 21. So this would be 21. So Amy actually has 21 red grapes because 21 red grapes is 7 times as many as the green grapes because she has 3 of those. So that is how you will use your bar model in your upcoming lessons. That's the end of today's math strategy video.